Good morning, LEC community. If you are joining us for the last school district interview for today of this year's virtual career fair. As I mentioned earlier, our virtual career fair is two parts this year. Part one is happening today and this morning. Part two is happening next Thursday. We wanted to honor folks who are on spring break and make sure that educators got the rest that they needed. And so, as we are always open to hearing feedback and switching things up for you, we went ahead and made that shift this year. As I mentioned, we are always welcome. We always welcome your feedback and the things that we could be doing better or shifting to make better for you, for educators, for students. leckc.org/survey 2024 or scan that QR code. Of course, also, if we're doing something that you love and that should stick around, also fill out the survey and let us know. If you love me and you love all the things that I do, I would welcome that feedback, of course. We are joined by a really great friend of mine and of the LEC that we've been collaborating with amazingly in the last several years. If we want to bring up Amber Buck is with us with Piper School District. Amber, how are you?
I am great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for joining us. I know these things always, spur up some tech difficulties. So I'm sorry that you're experiencing some this morning.
Oh no, all good. That's just me. That is literally me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. It's always me. It's okay.
Well, Amber, let's jump into it. If you don't mind telling us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about Piper, just kind of overall.
Awesome. Well, my name is Amber Buck, and I'm the Community Outreach and Inclusion Coordinator for the Piper School District. We're located in the western portion of Kansas City, Kansas, Wyandotte County. Small little school district. We have 5 buildings, and that includes our pre-K, but we're growing, we're diversifying. And we are looking for great people to love our kids and to get them future ready.
Nice. You all are seriously growing. I mean, right here on the screen, we see that you all are the third fastest growing district in the state of Kansas. That's exciting and also why you're here, right? I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely terrifying as well because you want to keep our graduation rates almost 97%. We want to keep that going, keep the kids ready to start adulting and whatever that looks like for them, whether it's trades, whether it's work, whether it's military service or college. We're looking for good people to make sure that our kids can just be ready to feed into their communities and it's gonna sound corny, but make the world a better place and live their
Yeah, I
dreams.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's real. That's real. On our next slide, we see that you come out swinging, and you let us know right off the bat. Tell us a little bit about tell us a little bit about the base salary at Piper.
Yes, so base salary is almost 50,000. I know this is the year of our Lord 2024, but we're trying. So we've got 48,800. And so if you are interested in positions with the school district in education, and we have others that are also just in our different departments as well. But that is our base salary for our teachers, and it's even higher than that depending on your experience and any credentials that you might bring with you. And so, yeah, teachers never get paid enough, but we're trying to get there.
Yeah, yeah. No, I appreciate that. Of course, we know educators appreciate the efforts. Tell us a little bit. I'm sure you all have certified positions. I'm assuming you have some classified positions too. I know some of our community members tune in to hear about those as well.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of classified, some certified, and even one coaching availability as well. And so if you go to Piper Schools, .com, there we go, and click on the employment tab, there'll be a drop down. And it is March. And so like right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 12 spots available. Substitute nurse, secondary instructional coach. So that's an administrative position, elementary site security officer, part-time lunchroom aide, district office receptionist, high school girls wrestling coach. Actually, we have 2 coaching positions, I thought. Yeah. Anticipated high school assistant football coach. We've got maintenance, grounds, and custodial, as well as a high school ESOL teacher for the 2024-25 school year. I want to put a little pin in that real quick. 10% of our more than 2,000 children speak a language that's other than English. And so when it comes to any kind of ESOL certification folks might have, or even capabilities, we will pay to get you certified, and we will pay you extra if you are certified with any kind of ESOL training as well. So, and it's March. So like, in the next, I'd say month and a half or so, we might be adding to this list as people, decide that they might need to deal with family situations, or and as the board says, hey, we can afford additional positions. So keep an eye out on that list of job opportunities, because it is probably going to grow.
Amber, you talked a little bit about the ELL population that you have and how diverse Piper really is. We can see here on the screen that you all are about 11% ELL. You're 22% free and reduced lunch, and that's a 10% increase in the last 2 years. And 14% qualify or classify as special education, and that's a 4% increase. So you weren't lying when you said that Piper's definitely diversifying in the last several years.
Yeah, we are. And I mean, I'm mistransparent. So we are historically practically 100% white, and quasi rural. That rural is changing over to suburban, as like housing and shopping opportunities continue to develop out here. And then also, you know, our white population is aging and transitioning, and we've got a lot of families and students of color who are coming into this area. And so, yeah, current Piper ain't your old Piper. So I know sometimes our reputation unfortunately precedes us. And so don't believe all you've heard unless it came from me, and but but just know that we're getting there. We're starting to look like the world a little bit out here.
Yeah, let's go to the next slide because it gets even more specific in terms of ethnicities. We see that you are 14% Hispanic is kind of where my eyes, of course, go first. And of course, you said that this diversity has kind of started to grow more in the last several years. Those of us that are from Kansas City know how much Kansas City is changing, and how just diverse really a lot of our metro is becoming. And so, Amber, thanks for mentioning that. And of course, us as an organization, I'm sure, Amber, one of the reasons why you continue to engage with us is because you and I both know that representation matters. So, right. And so as the ethnicities in Piper and other school districts get more diverse, it's definitely, we hope that then the staff and the teachers can reflect that as well, right?
That part, because representation totally does matter. And we've got our babies of color out here, and we've got just all the babies. And even research shows, even when it comes to white students having educators of color in front of them, like the positivities that come from that are across the board. So all the children benefit from this melanin, and so we want folks to come on out and be with us.
Yeah. You talked about the graduation rate. We as an organization know that when Latino students, and like you said, all students have teachers of color, they're more likely to graduate high school. And so I'm really proud of the work, Amber, that you're doing. And thank you for the consideration for representation. You said go to piperschools.com. What if someone is interested in getting connected with you? Is there a way to kind of get in contact with you?
Oh, definitely. So I'm about to show my age, but it's just amber.buck@piperschools.us. If you just do a quick Google search, or even I'm on the Facebooks, just think Nuck If You Buck, BUCK, like a dollar or a deer. You can find me online. And I respond really easily to emails. Give me a call too. I'm at 913-721-9009. But that's Amber Buck. Buck like a dollar a deer, or Nuck If You Buck if you're down with crime mob.
You know what, Amber? That there is no better reference. If your last name is Buck and you are not referring to Nuck If You Buck for spelling purposes, I don't know what you're doing.
What are you doing with your life? Right.
I love that. And again, why representation matters, right? Amber, any final thoughts or anything you'd like to say before we hop off?
Oh, no, just absolutely. Thank you all, everybody at the LEC, for doing the work. because you all are filling the gap that needs to be filled. And one day we're going to fill it all the way in, but just keep on doing what you all are doing. The work is beautiful. The passion is real. And I see you, and thank you for seeing our babies.
Yeah, of course. Amber, we see you. We thank you for the work that you're doing. Hopefully, we get some folks. If you're interested in Piper Schools or you want to chat with Amber, feel free to DM us, send us a message, email me. Happy to put you in contact with Amber. Amber, it's so good to see you again. I hope to see you again soon.
Good to see you too. And thank you so much.
Of course. Bye,
Bye.
Amber.
Bye.
All right, y'all. We have done it. We have gotten through part one of this year's virtual career fair of the LEC. As I mentioned earlier, we broke this year's virtual career fair into two dates. Last year's survey, actually, folks talked about how our virtual career fair was a little later in the year. I think it was April, May, and they were hoping to see it a little earlier because March is about hiring season. We heard from Dr. Lumetta earlier. And so, like I said, next slide, you'll see our survey link. We're open to feedback. We then shifted to March this year, and folks were like, oh no, it's our spring break. So we broke it into two parts, today and then next Thursday. So we're always listening, leckc.org/survey 2024. Scan that QR code. Thank you, Amber, for being with us. Thank you, Piper Schools. And all of the schools that were with us today. We had 5 school districts with us today. We have more coming up next Thursday, March 28th. Also in the morning, be on the lookout on our social media. You will see that schedule. As always, feel free to message us, comment, DM, email me, email the team if you need anything, or if you heard any positions or school districts that you would like to get a hold of that you heard from today. We're happy to put you in contact. Thank you, LEC community, for all the work that you do. We appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye, everyone.